Hey folks, Kyle Q here with a new training video for you. I'm going to go through some footage from training for the last 2 days, yesterday and today. The first piece of footage is from a squat session that I performed yesterday. Worked up to 405 for 2 sets of 7. Previously, my best rep max with 405 was a set of 4, and so that is a 3 rep PR done for 2 sets. The first set felt pretty good, felt like I could have done a little bit more. Second set, not so much, felt like I was pretty much reaching my exertion cap. Decided then to try and do some drop sets, did one and just felt really slow with it, so decided to shut it down for that point for that day, and I will go back in later this week and continue my progression squatting. I'm well ahead of my pace, but I am going to take the exertion down now for at least one session because these were higher exertion than really I've been accustomed to the past few weeks of training. So I will be moving up to 420. I'm going to take the bar lifts down, I think, to 4 bar lifts. Try and hit 4 or 5 sets and make them good quality sets. 420 is 5 pounds away from my all-time best unwrapped single, so it'll be a tall order for me to get in that work, but I feel like at this point that I'm strong enough, and I feel like at this point I am more than ready to go through a training session like that. So this was a nice mental barrier for me, being able to go in and put 4 or 5 on the bar and get in 2 good long sets with it. It's not something that I've really done a lot of training with per se. It's always been a number that for me signifies a near max attempt, and so it was nice to come in and get in some good work with it. Bar speed did drop off from the previous session, but it's still a nice movement forward for me. Today I ended up doing a 540 for 4 sets of 3. The plan was to do 5 sets, but after the 4th set I was basically spent and I stopped after that. Ended up actually pulling these with a stiff bar and used straps because I had hurt my hand, and my hand's going to be just fine, but I hurt it my last deadlift session, and so ended up using straps for this and also ended up using the stiff bar. Focused just on trying to take my back out of it as much as possible, not snap into it. Trying to save my back as best as I can. I really feel fatigued from all the high frequency deadlifting. I'm definitely running on fumes. I just did a pretty strenuous pause session on Sunday, and now it is Wednesday, so I had 2 days of rest, and I'm right back pulling what is, for me, probably 90% for 4 sets of 3. And so pretty taxed through this. Every session that I do on this mesocycle, I basically feel like I'm pulling coming right off of a meet, so imagine that feeling. That's kind of how I feel when I go in and deadlift. So no bar speed whatsoever off the floor. In order to compensate for that, I really focused on just trying to keep good position, generate bar speed through my knees, and then lock out strong, and was pretty happy with the work that I got in because warming up, doing 315, 405, 495, everything felt like it was glued to the floor, and I felt like there was no way that I was going to budge 540, let alone pull it for 12 reps. And 540 for 3 is actually going to tie a 3 rep PR for me, and was able to do it for 4 sets. So would have liked to feel a little better, would have liked to pull these a little bit better, but considering the fatigue, I'll take it, and I'm pretty happy with how my deadlift is progressing. Now I get to rest up for a week before my next session. Anyway, keep checking in. More videos for you very soon.